Hey guys, different type of video. So I'm currently continuing part 2 of my Daredevil video, and I decided to give you guys a behind the scenes look. So I'm actually moving into my basement. So currently I'm in the process of moving everything. But right now, so this is my new setup. This is a lot more space than I used to have. I used to have really about 2 square feet. It kind of sucked, but this is way more and way better, and so far way easier to animate. But today I have animated. You can focus here. I've animated a good amount of footage, and here's just a behind the scenes look. Let me move my custom Daredevil out of the way. Here's a good behind the scenes look at. So I think I started here today. And so here's what it looks like frame by frame. I use Stop Motion Studio Pro, but it's going on pretty nicely. And here's what footage looks like without being erased. So I erase everything whenever I get the chance. Focus, come on, focus. I'm also very sick right now. If you can't tell by my voice, it kind of sucks. But oh my gosh, it will not focus, will it? Okay, here we go. So this is what it looks like without being edited. So I have like this hobby knife that I use. I put sticky tack on, and then I put like whatever I'm holding, like if it's like a small object. Otherwise I hold the figure up with like a wire. So, and then you take a blank frame, and you just erase everything except for the knife. I do that. So here Bullseye's flipping the knife into the air, or catching it and then throwing it. And so this is what my process looks like. But anyways, these are my sets. The set for the video is just this one rooftop. I try to make it look bigger than it actually is. Yeah, but I have all these miniature buildings back here. There's a little church. Some of these off Amazon, little plastic ones. Other ones I made from cardboard, like this. These ones. This one is just like printed out windows onto a cardboard box. Drawn on ones on some of them. But yeah. And then this is Karen Page. She's tied up. But yeah, I just figured I might do like a little BTS video for after this this video releases. Let me know if you guys want to see more of this. But yeah. Okay, so I'm wearing the mask because I'm not sure when or if I want to show my face like directly to the channel. So I will wear my Halloween mask for now. But so every single one of my videos, or at least like the bigger ones, the more ambitious ones especially, I like to storyboard every single shot. So you can see here, here's the shots I'm working on right now. I'm gonna do Daredevil ducking it out of the way. But every single shot from all my videos is in a sketchbook somewhere. At least in the past like year. So like Spider-Man Blue, let's see, not the shorter ones, like Spider-Man Blue, the SSU Prelude, Hulk vs. Wolverine, Spider-Man Lights Out, and then this Daredevil video are all storyboarded. And so my process is I storyboard my videos, then I write the script for the voice actors mainly, and to fill in like little small details, and then I animate and I edit. Sometimes I edit while doing it, sometimes I do storyboard while animating, sometimes I write while storyboarding, sometimes I write while animating, but that's my basic process. So every single one of my videos is storyboarded. Yeah. But here's me animating. Okay, so I messed up. So these custom heads that I made for this Daredevil, they're great looking, but these horns can be fragile sometimes. And so the horn popped off because when I took it off, it like flew up, hit the wall, and then fell down. I touched it and the horn fell off. So we're gonna try and find it on this desk somewhere because it's still relatively clean because it's new. So gonna do that. I can still get the shot because this other custom head, I was already gonna switch to the screaming head. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get a drone and I'm gonna freaking hollow out the ball joint where we're gonna hollow out the heads so that they're gonna be not super loose, but they are not gonna have like barely any resistance going on enough because this is not the first one to break on this this project alone. It's probably like the fifth. Back in the spring, I had a lot of horns break, and these heads have already been like sanded. So I'll sand them more, I guess. And I've used so many different types of glues, but yeah. So yeah, the shot will get finished, but I need to fix this head.
Here we have the unedited footage. Yes, if you're wondering, this is Scotch tape on my phone because I have the most jank. Pretty much my entire thing is just jankiness. That's pretty much my entire channel and background and setup. So here's some of the edited footage from earlier, but here's the unedited footage of so like here's the kick frame by frame. Here's the slide. I'm gonna do a lot of pausing. I do a lot of pausing through animation if you can't tell. I animate on 15 frames per second, sometimes 13. But so here's the kick. So all this in action goes way too fast. Actually, like here, all this is way too fast, and I still have stuff to erase. But let me break it down for you guys. So here's without erasing. So here's the blank frame. Here's the frame with my hobby knife in my hand and holding the knife. And I try my best not to. I don't care about so much the lighting on the figure because I'll erase that. That'll be fine. That'll stay normal. But that'll be erased in. But the lighting on the knife, I'm trying to make sure that my hand isn't like covering up the light from my light, obviously. So here's him flipping the knife and then him catching it, and he looks at it, smiles, and then he cocks it back and throws it. And especially during this video, I found that like super tiny camera movements, especially during these big action scenes, make it look a lot more realistic. So you just want to find something to follow. Oftentimes you want to follow where the action is going. So like here, he pushes Daredevil back, so the camera kind of stays with Daredevil for a second as he backs up, and then it follows Bullseye's fist as it goes back, and then it follows it back. Oh, my remote. I use remote clicker. My remote clicker disconnected. But oftentimes, so like see, you follow the knife. You don't want to have a stagnant camera that often, especially during action. So like here, I'm gonna erase. This is all gonna be erased in, but I'm gonna erase in the baton flying up and hitting the knife midair, and so then they ricochet off each other, and the knife falls down, but the baton spins in the air, and then Bullseye catches it. So then I use this, and I put sticky tack on Bullseye's hand there to spin it in his hand, and then he grabs it and closes his hand on it. And I had an issue with my set where I couldn't, it kept hitting, you could be able to see the wood. So I actually rotated the set alongside rotating the camera, and it gave a really cool optical illusion that there was still more sky. And even the little bit of glare that you do see is from, it looks like a moon or something. Like it's like in camera flare, like glare. Like it's camera glare, so it works off as like moonlight. But yeah, and then he just throws it. He's gonna throw it the baton at Karen Page, obviously a reference to the Joe Quesada run where he kills her with Daredevil's baton.
Hey guys, so I'm working on the video. Obviously, again, it's been a decent size of a gap in between the last time I animated on this. But right now, as you can see, I got my phone set up on a tripod. I have the set up, so I have these like square lights that I have underneath behind these buildings. And that one bar one back there, just to kind of act as the city lights still from either side. And I have this these black sheets on either side to kind of still work as the night sky, even though these ones have stars, to fill in space. And then the buildings all scattered throughout. I've tried to match older shots. I have these two. I have paint here, and like I had my flashlight over here to weigh this down, this side a little bit down. But I got my storyboard done. I'm about to film this shot where Bullseye tries to reach for his knife, but gets interrupted with a punch to the face, and then tries to fight, but Daredevil breaks his arm. So I'm gonna film next. But yeah, it's been a little bit of a gap between. My room's a lot more finished now, as you can see, and I don't know. Pretty sure the collection video will be coming out first, but you can't see it at all. We're gonna make collections too. But yeah, let's get to filming, baby. Alrighty, so here I set up again. I just filmed this kicking shot right after the shot of him getting punched, just so I didn't have to set the set differently. So now I got it set up differently. As you can see here, it looks really sweet from this angle. But I got my black paper boards in the back there with the stars, and I got some more on this side here in case I need to get an angle like that. That's a really nice thing about this new bigger area, so I have the ability to do that, and it's like so freeing. I can get these like wide angles like this that look so refreshing. Then over here I have these like little light box, like square things, which are super helpful. I just got them. I don't know why I didn't use them more often, but just to kind of bring that blue light from back there just to the sides as well to give it more depth. And I got my building set up around here. And this looks really sweet, but I definitely at some point have to do like a wide angle like this, because this looks so good. But yeah, I'm gonna animate the next part now. Alright, hey guys, the date is currently March 2nd, 2026, so spent a good while on finishing this part right now. Mainly just because of like a bunch of projects and stuff going on in between and just busyness. But I should be done with basketball really soon here, so I'll have a lot more time. Yeah, so we got the figures here. I'm very close to finishing. I filmed this last time. This shot, where he breaks his arms. Now I have here, this shot, and then I have this kicking shot done already as well. Yeah, but I have spent a lot of time prepping on. I have this popcorn and stuff, snacks here. This little side table I brought down here just to give me more space. On my laptop, I got pulled up the script. But I also have been listening to the Hulk 2003 theme because I rewatched that, Incredible Hulk, and a bunch of other ones because I am currently prepping for, you can brighten this up, prepping for my Hulk video. I'm doing a Hulk video I really want to do really well. So here's like a Hulk shelf. I made this custom Ross for it, but there's the next big video. So I'm prepping for that at the moment. Redid kind of part of my shelves. As you noticed, I got a new shelf part here. And this kind of Daredevil display. Moved the Daredevil villains there, moved the Guardians there. So we got new stuff. I also got this sick Mafex Amazing Spider 2 with the Farul custom head on there. Some custom plutonium I got in his hand there. Anyways, but yeah, so right now I have a class during high school. I'm in high school. I have a class where I can come home and animate. So I just set this up. I'm ready to go after school and basketball practice today to animate on this video. Here's a Bruce Banner. But yeah, so that's where we're at so far.
Alright guys, so it is the evening of March 2nd. I'm a lot more tired now from practice. I took a little power nap there. But we are ready to start filming again. I'm going to be setting up soon here. I have my storyboards on hand. I have my music on hand. It's the Hulk theme still, alongside some other stuff. Got my phone in my low tripod for some low angles. Yeah, so I'm gonna film some more stuff. I also wanted to show this. The other day I was babysitting my little cousins. Shout out to you guys if you're watching this, Emma. But so she's getting in stop motion, so it's been kind of cool getting to kind of help her out and show her like how I do it. So I brought a figure in my tripod, and I was also testing out the thunderclap for my own video. But so I think that worked out kind of cool, and it was cool to do with my little cousin. But if you guys don't know, I really do make my videos for my kids. Not mainly, like it's mostly for adults, but I really at the heart of it, it's for my little cousins, and my family and other little kids out there who want to watch stop motions, because those little kids used to be me, and so I just really make videos for those kids. I make videos for my younger self and to inspire them, and I don't know. It's really my main motivation and what really keeps me going through a lot of my stuff, no matter what part I am in production. But yeah, we're gonna get ready to film here.
Alrighty guys, so just got done filming this super long shot of Daredevil beating the crap out of Bullseye and then headbutting him at the end. So we are getting super close to finishing, which is exciting. But I just want to show you guys the shot. I'm pretty pleased with it. So this is the stuff from before. Let me adjust it so you can see it better without any of the glare there. So this is old, this is old, this is old, where he breaks his arm. This is the new. So he punches him once, punches him twice, then grabs him, puts his head there, and then boom, headbutt. So that's what we got. It goes by a lot faster than the actual video, so we'll play it here. Yeah, very happy with that. And then here's obviously the shot. I think I have 2 shots in between here, this little black gap, so hopefully soon we pass that. Shot of Bullseye stumbling back. Also, the entire time I have this little jar that I always use to hold stuff, that was on Bullseye's back the entire time, on like below his belt. You just can't see it. So I also have clear stands on both figures. So yeah, I'm really happy with this though. Okay guys, it is now the next day or 2 days later from my last recording, I think. I'm done with sports. So, this is the first day without sports. Yesterday I filmed another shot. I got the shot of Bullseye kind of stumbling and like falling down. This shot right here. Kind of stumbled back after getting headbutted. And now I'm about to film this shot where Daryl goes to grab his baton, turns around. This shot is of him kicking Bullseye's already filmed, but that's what we're gonna do right now. So yeah. Okay, so this light needs new batteries, but once I put that in here, this set will be set up for this particular shot of Daredevil walking back to pick up his baton. And I'm actually going to do something that I've done a couple times, and I'm going to film myself doing the action of Daredevil so that I can use it as reference for my animation. And I'll pull up on my laptop here so that I can kind of get a side-by-side while I'm animating. Alrighty guys, so now I have the video of me for reference. I have it pulled up on my laptop here. I don't know if you can see. So I will be following along with this frame by frame to recreate it with Daredevil here. Alright guys, a little bit of an update here. So it's now like a day or two later. So I ended up filming the shot after recording my reference. So I had my reference on my laptop here, and I'll show that to you. So this is my reference. I filmed myself with the mask, obviously, so you guys could see. It's just me doing this kind of like turn around walk and picking up the baton. I think that's at least what I think to call it. So that was the reference. Please ignore my yet. And then here is the final footage. So I mainly took that like first part at the beginning there, when he does this little like wobble and still stares him down, because I liked that turnaround. He starts turning before. That's also something that Robert Downey Jr. said in the first Iron Man movies, was something that like really made Iron Man look cooler, is that a lot of times whenever he looks somewhere, and like he looks with his body first before he turns his head, which is cool, and it's true. Which I agree with, because if you look at this video one more time, that works really well. So I'll put a side by side on screen real quick. So, and then I've also filmed a lot more after the fact. So I filmed finally the middle part here where he runs towards Bullseye to kick him off. So I have that mid part, and then I filmed this stuff afterwards too. Slow-mo shot. He turns around, shoots the baton, and that was the last footage. Now I'm onto a shot of Bullseye here. He's going to be in the air. Obviously, this is from the last shot, but he's going to be in the air, and then he's going to cut the line with a knife and let himself fall. So, yeah, that's what we're going to do. Alright, guys, so I've got this kind of weird setup here. So I had this rig holder thing. Let me turn the brightness up. Rig holder thing kind of holding up the wire. It was on Bullseye's leg. And then I have a little wire there. I have this separate one that's connected to my table holding Bullseye up by the back. Actually, hold up. I'm trying to do this. I'm just screwing around my camera. There's a little dolly. So he's falling. And then I have this tripod. So I had a lot of stuff that was in the air. But this a little bit of a tricky shot, but it was I'm very happy with it. So this is kind of what I ended up getting. If it will focus on my phone. So obviously the shot from before of Bullseye. Oh my gosh, my camera won't focus. Focus on this. Here we go. Please. Please. Okay. Here we go. Okay. So obviously I had the one of him grabbing the boot, and so this shot is kind of Dex falling, but while he's falling, he cuts the line. That's my chair. It's a noisy, horrible old chair. So he's falling. You can't really see it well, but he's connected there at his ankle. Oh, come on, focus. Alright, Izzy, just cut to when it focuses. Alright, so this is where you can kind of see it there. So he's falling, he reaches with his other hand that's not broken, grabs a knife, and he splits the line in this shot right here. And you can put that frame before that. Let's see if I can do this on camera. Okay, there we go. So he kind of splits the line there, you can see. He cuts it and it skews off as he falls over top of the edge of the building. So, quite proud of this shot. I think this is going to be a really cool sequence once it's finished. Okay, of course it won't load. But he kind of goes up, kicks him. It's like this slow. Turns around, shoots around his ankle, and Dex fastly cuts it before falling. And then we're going to have Daredevil run over to the edge while Dex falls. And then he disappears, obviously, if you've seen the video. Which you should have at this point, hopefully, if you're watching the behind the scenes. But yeah. Okay, guys, so I have a very good chance of just finishing everything today, like right now, tonight. It is currently March 6th. And I am very close to finishing. So there's a good chance I'll finish tonight. So I figured I would do like a time lapse of how I build my setup with all my lights and buildings and rearrange everything, especially because this next shot's going to be pretty complicated. But I just figured maybe I could do like a time lapse or something. Okay, so as you can see, I am now done with filming. I finished filming yesterday morning on Saturday, March... I actually don't even know. I'll put it on screen. But, just had two pretty simple shots. I will show you the final results here. I'm really happy with them. They're two pretty cool shots, but this is the aftermath. I kind of started putting figures and stuff away. So this is what my desk looks like in normal lighting with everything. Yeah, I will begin working on stuff
for my Hulk video, that's where all this will be mounted and stuff like that. But this is what my setup looks like with all the lights on. So yeah, here's the footage.
Alright guys, so a little fourth wall break here. I finished the video and it ended really abruptly here, and I am editing on DaVinci Resolve here, but I also just wanted to show a little bit of the editing process. So this video was entirely done on CapCut. At the time with the older parts, it's a lot easier. It's really nice having the older 2 parts already edited with just sound effects, and I found my music and put it in here. But this is what my average video, like, I don't know what it's called, but like audio web or whatever. This is what the average like audio whatever looks like for my videos. I love being really in-depth with sound effects, especially. Adding them, these are all cuts up here too. Let's see if I can. But so I just wanted to show how much goes into every single video and editing wise. And every single video looks like this, no matter if it's like a fight scene or not. And I even went back and I edited the beginning parts here and the actual, because I also normally do one export here and then I go and work on the whole thing as a whole, one file in CapCut. I'm trying to start to get off CapCut. I'm experimenting with DaVinci. I've used it for this video and then also the collection video, and I will use it for my first stop motion video. Using it will be coming in the next couple weeks. But yeah, I just wanted to show a little bit of my process behind all the sound effects I do. So anyways, with that, thank you guys for watching. If you guys have any other questions about the video or my process or anything you'd like to see in the future at the behind the scenes video, if you want to see another behind the scenes video in the future, let me know. So I will be seeing you guys in the next one. Peace.